Okay. Sony, what the fuck? What's going on? Okay, it's been like 2 months almost since E3, and still nothing, nothing. And it's they're really taking their time on this one. I can't lie. Like, I know they're their own people now, and they do their own thing, and they're trying to like stand out from the crowd, and they don't want any competition. They just want a month that's just focused on their shit, right? So like, they're not clashing with any other people during their shit. It's just, that's a Sony month, right? And that's fine. That's fine. That's marketing, right? But this is a waste of time. What's going on? It's August. It's August, bro. Like, look, the month is over. It's July's gone. June's gone. May's gone. Right? They had all this time, and now we're in August, and they want to start talking about their shit, right? And I'm sorry, I'm starting not to give a fuck. Like, I already know it's gonna be a bunch of like remasters. We're gonna get like God of War Ragnarok, right? And we're gonna get Spider-Man 2, hopefully. And you know, that's all they're gonna show off. And they're probably gonna release the shit that they've been holding on to since they showed off last year, like that Kena Bridge of Spirits game, Gran Turismo. That's all been delayed, and they're gonna show more trailers for that. So we're just gonna see shit that we've already seen, and maybe two things that everybody saw coming anyway, right? So it's not really exciting anymore, Sony. What's going on? Like, what's happening? I'm really starting to get pissed off at PlayStation, because since Ratchet and Clank came out and Rift Apart came out, I haven't had a reason to play this console in a long time. I've been playing PlayStation 4 games. Honestly, I've only played like maybe 2-3 PS5 games, right? Like a handful of PS5 games. I barely touched any of them. Demon's Souls, fuck that shit. I'm not suffering for anybody. And like, look, I'm confused as to why Sony has not said anything, haven't done anything, haven't released anything. Like, it's very, very mind-boggling. And they're like, they keep showing off Deathloop. Like, I'm gonna give a fuck about Deathloop. Obviously, I don't have interest in Deathloop, right? I don't think anybody does. Maybe there's a community out there that do, but I certainly don't. And they keep shoving that shit in my face, and I just keep not caring. I don't like Deathloop, okay? I've made that very clear. Let me move on. So I'm just hoping Sony delivers something spectacular this year, because they have a lot of competition due to the fact that Xbox is shit. Like, they're not fucking around, right? Basically, all of their games are on Game Pass. Like, from the start, all of their games, basically most of the important games, right? All the other things that like they kind of skipped out on Game Pass, they're just not coming, or they just don't care about them, right? But all the shit that you would normally care about on Xbox, it's on Game Pass. So if you're paying for your Game Pass subscription, or you're paying for Game Pass Ultimate, which is Game Pass and online, you're basically living a good life. You know, you don't have to worry about much right now. You just have to wait about when, like, the only thing you have to worry about is when the game is coming. And I wish it felt that way on Sony as well. I wish it felt that way when I'm on PlayStation. It's like, oh, there's new games coming this year, and I don't have to think about what I'm gonna budget towards and what I'm gonna skip out on because I can't afford that shit, because games already got a price hike. So it's really, really painful being on Sony right now. We have nothing going on at the moment. No new games in sight for the rest of this year, it seems, almost, and we're basically just waiting for Sony to announce something, and I doubt it's gonna be Game Pass. I doubt they're going to give us a Game Pass. If I'm wrong, then this video is just gonna be very badly timed, and it's probably, I'm gonna take it down. But I just don't see them giving us a Game Pass or an equivalent to Game Pass. It doesn't make sense to me that they would, and I'm really hoping that they give us something decent. We deserve more, you know. We're look. I deserve more, right? Like, I love PlayStation. I came from Xbox, and I used to love my Xbox 360, but I came to PlayStation, and everything they release on here is basically the kind of shit that I'm into, right? So I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's wrong with Sony at the moment. I think they're really kind of starting to get out of touch with their market or with their people, or maybe it's just that I'm incredibly impatient. I'm just gonna go with I'm incredibly impatient, and they have some heat stored up, and I'm getting annoyed, and I'm getting ahead of myself. But if they don't release something spectacular next month after all this fucking teasing, right, I think I'm going to Xbox. I think I'm moving console. I can't do this. I will sell my PlayStation 5 and swap over to Xbox Series S, not even X, because you don't need that shit, because you can just use Xcloud anyway and stream the games. So I'll probably just move to Series S, because they're making life easier for everybody. And this is it's really starting to bother me with Sony. I hope they really have to step their game up this year and really show that they're the dominant force, because if they don't, I don't see a point of having a PlayStation anymore. It's kind of pointless, and it's more money consuming. It's just not a good idea to have a PlayStation if it stays the way it is right now. So yeah, that's all I'm gonna say for this video. Yeah, have a nice day.
You